showing unity within the G7 is an absolutely top priority. But they have to do that partly through words, but also partly through actions. And the 600 billion infrastructure facility, I think, potentially could be really quite important. It's true that it's, if you like, a re-announcement, a repackaging of something that was already floated in the UK last year. But 600 billion is a really significant figure. It's also true that while China has been spending a very large amount of money through the Belt and Road Initiative, it's not likely that China will continue at that level in the future, because they've been burnt in a number of ways by the debt issues that high level of spending without, that much thought about exactly where they're spending has given rise to. So I do think there is some real prospect that this could be significant in the future. On other things, they really do also need to show a number of concrete steps. So in terms of the Ukraine sanctions, there are a number of ideas that have been floated. You've already talked about the energy caps idea. There's been an announcement from some of the G7 countries on restrictions on Russian exports of gold. It's worth $15 billion a year to Russia, so that's potentially quite significant, although not the whole G7. And there's also discussion about biofuels mandate, although, again, that's not something that you'll necessarily get unity in the G7. I think that illustrates the problem, that there are a number of concrete things they can do, but whether they can pull off a unified G7 approach, let alone bringing in other countries, I think this is going to be a challenge.
So, Creon, we've already seen this announcement regarding infrastructure. What are the other deliverables for the leaders here? Of course, you mentioned as well that we've seen an announcement around gold. We could possibly see an announcement around oil price caps. But what else needs to realistically be achieved here?
I think it's, if we take the price caps, first of all, I think that if they can pull that off, that is tremendously significant. I think it's potentially more effective in relation to gas than oil, because in a way there's nowhere else that Russia can sell gas other than into that goes into the European market is through pipelines, and it's not easy to send it elsewhere.